After a barren 2021 season in which they failed to trouble the scorers, Haas was back among the points last season. But will they be able to capitalize on their P8 Constructors' Championship finish in 2023? In this video, we'll take a look at everything you need to know about F1's American team and their objectives for the next season. Kevin Magnussen made a surprise return to Formula 1 with Haas in 2022, after racing for the team from 2017 to 2020. Finishing 9th in the Drivers' Championship in 2018. He was released for 2021, but made a surprising return just before the start of last season. Magnussen and former Renault driver Nico Hülkenberg had a memorable and foul-mouthed exchange during the 2017 Hungarian Grand Prix, but will now be teammates this season. Hülkenberg has raced for Williams, Force India and Renault, with 2 substitute outings for Racing Point in 2020 and 2 for Aston Martin in 2022. The German racer holds the dubious distinction of having the most F1 starts without a podium finish. Could he break the duck with Haas on his full-time return before the 2022 season ever began? Magnussen was brought in during pre-season testing after Russian driver Nikita Mazepin, as well as team's title sponsors, abruptly left the squad. The 30-year-old returnee started with a fantastic P5 in the first race in Bahrain and went on to win points on 5 more times, including a sensational pole finish in the wet at Sao Paulo that stunned the paddock. Meanwhile, his sophomore teammate Mick Schumacher couldn't match that early form, having to wait until the British Grand Prix to gain his maiden F1 points, which he did in style, before taking a sensational P6 in Austria. However, Schumacher failed to score again, and his departure from the team was revealed in November 2022, before Hülkenberg was named as his replacement for this year. Haas is not the first American team in Formula 1, nor are they the first Haas squad. However, they are the most recent all-new F1 entrants, having entered the sport in 2016, after Gene Haas purchased the factory of Bunbury-based Marussia F1. Strong ties with Ferrari, as well as a chassis manufacturing relationship with Italian manufacturer Dallara, kept costs low, and they placed 8th in their first 2 seasons before leapfrogging to 5th in 2018. They dropped to 10th in the next 2 seasons and finished 2021 without scoring in the top 10 before rebounding with 37 points in 2022. Gunther Steiner, the passionate, opinionated, and experienced F1 team principal, has led Haas throughout their history. Magnussen's surprise pole position last year is a close second, but their superb 2018 campaign has to be the winner. That year, they came out with a fast car, and drivers Romain Grosjean and Magnussen utilized it to great advantage, scoring a combined 93 points and propelling the team to P5 in the Constructors' Championship, their greatest finish to date. If the pointless 2021 season can be described as rocky, last year's season was a massive improvement, and while Schumacher was not retained, he is now Mercedes' reserve driver. Haas has 2 experienced racers at the helm and will continue to aim to claw their way up to the midfield battle using close links with Ferrari. After a few rocky years, Steiner appears to have righted the ship. And with all of the necessary ingredients in place, the team will be looking for excellent success when racing resumes in 2023. The goal must undoubtedly be to improve on last year's P8 Constructors' Championship finish. The American-owned company was the first to display its 2019 livery, although it was always evident that the images of its 2022 automobile. However, as it prepares for the day of filming at Silverstone, Haas showcased the new VF23 in factory images. The new car, which was photographed with staff and drivers, Kevin Magnussen and Nico Hülkenberg, included some noteworthy improvements from last year's Challenger. Although the drivers were positioned in such a way that key performance areas could not be seen clearly, and the front wing could not be seen clearly, the car appears to have reprofiled side pods and incorporates the Ferrari-style floor step, which was featured on the F175, but was not used by Haas last year. Another shot of the 2 drivers with team boss Gunther Steiner revealed that the region around the roll hoop may have been altered. Haas entered 2023 after an encouraging season, in which, despite some variable form, it finished 7th in the Constructors' Championship. Early year success helped them secure a new title sponsorship contract with MoneyGram, which will boost its budget for the 2023 campaign. Haas is not the only team that has revealed a first look at their 2023 car following a livery reveal. Red Bull, which claimed the car presented at its New York debut, was the new RB19, despite being identical to last year's RB18, gave its 2023 model its run on Friday during a filming day at Silverstone. The Milton Keynes-based firm famed for keeping its latest ideas under wraps, only shared limited video footage of the car during the event. However, after fans were able to obtain a peek of the Silverstone course for some spy photographs, some slightly better footage of the car did leak on social media. After the race, world champion Max Verstappen stated that there had been no unforeseen issues. "I just got my hands on the RB19 for the first time. Of course, it's a filming day," he says. "But I believe it was a terrific first impression. Everything worked really well. Everything functioned extremely smoothly, which is exactly what you want from a day like this." The US team posted photographs of their new VF23 vehicle online on Tuesday, ahead of a shakedown at Silverstone on February 11th, kicking off the sport's debut season with a revamped red, white and mostly black livery that contains new title sponsor MoneyGram. Their 2023 challenger, while not receiving as much attention as last year as a result of F1's rule changes, is likely to appear drastically different, with Haas currently keeping their cards close to their chest. After finishing 9th in the championship last year, they will be looking to build on their finest season since 2018 and have a new addition in Nico Hülkenberg to join Kevin Magnussen, replacing Mick Schumacher. Red Bull will hold the first full-scale launch this Friday in New York. The announcement by Haas kicks off 3 weeks of launches before pre-season testing begins in February 22 to 25th. The 2023 season therefore kicks out on March 5th with the Bahrain Grand Prix. This year, Sky Sports F1 will broadcast every practice, qualifying and race live. After 3 years in the championship's bottom 2 positions, Haas was one of the surprise packages at the start of 2022's revolution, gaining points in each of the first 2 races and finishing 5th in Bahrain. However, there were only 4 points scoring rounds after that, and Haas eventually finished 9th, their equal highest position since joining F1 in 2016, still benefiting from a strong association with Ferrari, who supplies their engines. The major change for Haas this year is the addition of Hülkenberg to form an experienced driver lineup with Magnussen. Hülkenberg returned to F1 following a 3-year absence, during which his stock actually rose with his brief reserve appearances. Despite his high acclaim, especially for his younger career and his time with Force India, the German still retains the record for the most race starts without a podium. He takes over for Schumacher, the son of F1 icon Michael, who had a solid 2 years with Haas but made too many expensive mistakes in 2021, as well as being defeated by Magnussen, who only joined the team as a last-minute substitute for Nikita Mazepin before last year's opener. I like the livery. It's undeniably more elevated and contemporary design, which is suitable as we enter a new era with MoneyGram as our title partner, team boss Gunther Steiner remarked. It's an exciting time of the year for Formula 1, and it's great that we're first out the gate to exhibit our livery, but our concentration is squarely on getting the VF23 on track and preparing for the season ahead. We truly have something to build on following last year's performances. The entire organization has worked hard to get to this stage, and we obviously have 2 proven point-scoring talents locked in behind the wheel in Kevin and Nico. I'm excited to get started. Nico Hülkenberg believes he is fresh and hungry as he prepares to return to F1 full-time for the first time since 2019, after taking over for Mick Schumacher at Haas for the 2023 season. The evolution of Haas's livery. While there will be no rule changes this year, like there was in 2022, there will be subtle adjustments to the rules and cars that teams can take advantage of. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. Subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you with another interesting video.